be like Tariq and study hard 24/7
Lock in.
and be like Steph and choose like you?
Basically.
Seems to be the answer. Hello, welcome back to our second episode of our Clearing podcast. I am here with three lovely special guests. I am Eve, and today we have.
I'm Zeph. I'm a student at Nottingham Trent University, currently studying data science and going into my third and final year.
I'm Stephanie. I'm in my second year of medical school at Lincoln Medical School, and I am one of IQ Pavilion's Resi Life influencers.
And I'm Tariq, also go by the name Craigie. I make content on TikTok, YouTube as well. And yeah, graduated from Hertfordshire, studied computer science, network engineer. Yeah, that's me.
Sweet. Three students, very different journeys, very different paths. Okay, so you were kind of basing what you were studying at uni
Based on what I was
off
good
of your
at.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I started off. So because I felt like IT was kind of the direction, I kind of felt like it was either between IT and computer science, but I kind of wanted to, well, my teachers were kind of recommending something that was a bit more broader and, pays a lot too. So computer science was definitely the option over IT. So then I think from then it was I was contemplating whether I should pick a niche or not between networking, computer science, and just going into robotics. So I was contemplating between those, but then I just chose computer science flat out as it is. So that's kind of the choices I was having between before I had got my results and when I was studying to when after my results as well. I was just thinking about which one I want to do. But I decided to just go computer science because I didn't know what I wanted to do.
And honestly, I think you kind of like finessed that choice because, like, looking at things now, I think everyone wishes they did computer science back in the day, you know. You also kind of went down that kind of computer science route, right? How did that come about? Like, was that always the choice?
So I knew that, like, even from like GCSE times, because I did computer science for my GCSEs, so I kind of knew like this is the route I'm gonna go down. And as I started getting older, I was kind of getting more interested in like data analytics and things like that. So I decided that um like I picked computer science as my options, but when I got to uni, I changed my course to data science instead because I wanted something a bit more specific and like it kind of more suited what I was more interested in as well.
Okay, sweet. And you went through clearing. So talk me through results day, like waking up, go into your school to pick up your results, and then kind of starting off that process. Because I know it can be a complicated one, like from like what it sounds like, but how actually was it?
Um, so I think our results came out like 10 a.m., 11 a.m., something like that. So I got up, went straight to my sixth form and I picked up my results and I kind of already had lower-ish expectations. And when I saw my results, they were a bit lower than I expected as well. So I kind of tried not to panic at the same time because I was thinking, okay, like I can still kind of go to uni. So I called my original choice that I had because when I first applied on UCAS, I wanted a foundation year course, but they changed that to like a normal year course. And when I called them, they said, "Oh no, they can't like put me back on." So then I called up, I think it was UCB, University College Birmingham, and they said my grades, my UCAS tariff points weren't high enough. And I was thinking, damn, like I can't even get to a university like that. Like, no offense, but and so that's when I started having a bit of a panic. But then one of my friends on my maths course and one of my friends from secondary school as well, we did like similar subjects. And so I spoke to them and they told me they were going to Nottingham Trent. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna like apply on clearing through there. And I called them, told them that I wanted to do computer science, but I think they actually misheard me and put me on the course for computing instead. So for my first year, like everything was labeled computing, and I was thinking, right, I need to get this changed ASAP. And so going into my first year, I was like, like I kind of want to do something a bit more specific and focused. So I decided to do data science instead, and I don't regret that choice at all. And I feel like having something a bit more maths based and things like that was kind of like what I wanted to do. So can't be complaining at all.
Was it easy enough to change?
Oh yeah, very easy. Like I just sent an email to my course leader and then an email to the leader of the course that I wanted to go to, and the switch happened seamlessly.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, I feel like a lot of students probably think that it's quite kind of you make your decision on the day, make some phone calls, and then it's like done. But like, it's not. I think clearing doesn't end until October time, so like, there's plenty of time to kind of make a choice, still think about it, make another choice, and it's in your hands. And I think it played out really well for you.
Yeah.
Steph, I know you said that you didn't go through clearing, but your exams maybe didn't feel so good. So leading up to results day, you were thinking, okay, well, what are my other options? Do you think that it helped that you'd planned ahead for the way that you were feeling on results day?
Yes, and I think maybe it's because I'm just, a tad bit type A, but I think I had like mapped out, okay, what I'm gonna do if this happens, what I'm gonna do if this happens, what I'm gonna do if this happens. So on results day, even though I didn't get one of my grades that like I was hoping for, I still had like my plan, well, my plan B, I guess at the time, or my plan A part two. And I think as well because I think it was because like I had a really good interview or something. The university that I wanted to my first choice uni, which was Nottingham, they still let me on like the course just at a different campus. So yeah, I think my planning ahead and like I decided there's no point stressing, just like keep moving regardless of what happens. I think that helped me just navigate the whole day in general. Like there was no time to like feel. It was just keep moving. Like yeah. So I think that helped.
There is always an option. There's
Yeah,
always an option.
genuinely.
And like talking to you, like it might not be the initial thing that you thought it was going to be, but ends up being
Mm-hmm.
kind of maybe the best decision that you've
Working out,
made.
yeah.
So, were you always planning on doing the course that you ended up doing? Did things change?
So as I said, I was contemplating between a few different types of computer science, but because I chose the broad one, that was more so what I went into. But as for results day, since the topic is, I think for myself when it came to results day, I was again just like the exams, I was stressed out. So I'm even more stressed because I have to wait for the results, and I didn't want to tell my parents either because I didn't know what I was gonna get. So when results day came, I didn't tell nobody. I didn't want to. Didn't think it was a good idea to tell them because I didn't know what I'd get. Because to be fair, they didn't want me to do computer science. They want me to do sociology, psychology, science. They want me to be a doctor. I don't even know, astronaut, maybe. I don't know. A lot of things. So I decided to go with something I actually thought I'd do good at because I don't want to do 7 years. First of all, trying to get into becoming a doctor. And not just that, but also I didn't think I don't really like blood. So
Okay,
that's
yeah.
all right. It's okay.
Kind of a big thing when
Yeah.
you're a doctor.
So I decided to just go with computer science, but I was still nervous even getting results for that. So I think how that day played out for me was, well, pretty much I knew I had to go to college to go get the results, and then when I went there, of course, the results were it was good, but not good enough to the standards of what my parents were expecting. We're expecting 100% and everything, so you don't get that. That's the problem. So I think for myself, still getting the C's at least enough to go through to do what I wanted, but I think I was still a bit annoyed about it because it was something I still wanted a little more to get a little more higher. And of course the expectations at home is a bit different. So um, I was a bit nervous with opening up and taking it home as well. But I think going forward beyond that, I think it was just a bit stressful because still getting into the course, the requirements were still a bit higher. So then it was a bit unfortunate that I couldn't niche down. But I think the good thing was because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, just doing computer science flat out, it was kind of good for me in the future because I could just apply to anything. It was not just cybersecurity, or it wasn't just robotics. It was everything. So because I didn't know what to do, I just went on Indeed and applied for everything. So it was all right.
So you got your first choice on results day.
Yeah, not exactly because
Okay.
I wanted to because the requirements to niche down was a little more higher, but just to get into cybersecurity was a lot more lower than just niching down. So I didn't get to get those, but I just got something that was close
Okay.
enough, I could say.
Were you looking at other options at all?
In regards to the courses,
Yeah, regards to course, like
or the
so
university itself.
courses and university. So
Yeah. So the ideal plan wasn't to go to Hertfordshire. In fact, I wanted to. There was other options in London. I contemplated Kingston University and such, but I didn't go with that. Instead, like My parents are very big on Hertfordshire because they knew other people that had gone there before me, so that was just a winning vote. So I did go through contacting a couple unis through clearing to speak to them about making that choice, because I just felt like I did want a different experience from just being close to Hertfordshire. But I decided to just go with Hertfordshire, make it easier, make the parents proud, of course, and if they're happy, guess I'm happy too. So that was the start for me.
Are you happy with your choice?
I see the benefits. I see the benefits. Did I want to go there? No, but it worked out. We'll go with that. It worked out. So
Like that.
I can go with that.
Political answer.
Yeah, it worked out. It worked out.
I saw you laughing when Tariq was saying about wanting to make his parents proud and them expecting 100% from exams, which I'm sure a lot of parents are feeling. Did you have that same experience?
I think for me it was a bit different because my parents were involved in the whole like health thing with me, like for having like the kidney transplant and stuff. And so like they kind of knew that like maybe things wouldn't go as planned and stuff like that. And so in the end like they were sort of like accepting of what like I got and what uni I went to. But before like it all happened, they were kind of adamant of me going to like Russell Group universities and things like that. And I was trying to tell them, like trying to make them understand, like, look, like I'm about to have surgery. Like I was gonna miss quite a bit of sixth form, especially my final year, and I wanted them to like try to see my point of view, but they were just thinking, oh no, you have to aim high, and you know, like that kind of mindset. And so there was a bit of a clash there, but I guess like in the end they came around, so it was like we found that middle ground. So
And they're happy with it where you ended up?
my parents, um, initially they weren't like they thought I could have gone somewhere better, but I think like they've now kind of come to terms with like it was probably the best place that I could have got to.
On results day, do you think that you had to rely on friends and family to kind of get you through it, or were you kind of tunnel vision going through it on your own? What kind of side were you on with that?
I think for me I was kind of more independent with it, but I kind of knew that I got myself here, I'm gonna get myself out of it. But obviously I knew like I had the support of my friends and family, and like they were all like understanding like of where I was going and things like that and what happened to me. So like no one really kind of shamed me for like the uni I was going to or anything. Like they all kind of understood my circumstances, and to be fair, even like my sixth form understood as well. Like I feel like that's why they also wanted me to give an extra time, sorry, an extra year as well. But I just wanted like my own decisions. I wanted kind of to do things my own way, and everyone actually just went along with it, which was kind of nice to see.
Were you just like ready to go to uni, want to move on to the next step?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
100%. Because I also didn't have like the best time during sixth form, and so I just wanted like a fresh start and things like that.
Friends, family, important on results day?
Friends, yes.
Friends, yes.
Yeah, friends for sure. It's like if we pass together, we pass together, fail together, fail together, type thing. So but yeah, they were more so supportive on my results. We were all kind of there opening it together, so that was kind of supportive in a sense. Um, as for my parents, they were also supportive too. Like I said before, it was about getting the highest marks. So yeah, still I would say they're supportive. Brothers got higher than me, so that's the only thing. But so they shame me a little bit, but it's banter, so it's okay.
It's banter. What about you, Steph?
I think for me, it was a mix of different things. I think my friends, obviously, they were really supportive. There was like a group of us. Because in my sixth form, we had like a program, I guess, that we had to get like go into because we wanted to do medicine. So I think there was a group of us that like had medicine offers. So we were all very like, okay, like, what are you gonna do now? Like, how's it gonna go? Stuff like that. So that was nice to see. But it was also kind of like, where if something didn't, go the way you wanted it to on results day, there was also that pressure. Oh my gosh, damn! Like all my friends have gotten in, have got their first choices. But I think it was a it was a nice environment to be around. Like everybody was so supportive of each other. I think for my family as well, like my family were really supportive. Like genuinely, I have to give it to them. I think the pressure more so came from me not wanting to disappoint them. So like I said, like the way I was on results day, like it was very just power through the day, power through the day, power through the day. And then when I got home at the end of the day is when I got home and I cried. I was like wow, that was just a stressful ordeal, you know. But yeah, like I think my mom was really supportive of everything. And she was like, yeah, like you're fine. Like why are you even stressing? Like nobody's actually saying anything to you. So I think it was more so like the pressure from me that I was assuming was coming from outside when it was really inside out.
I think there are a lot of tears on results day.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
good or bad. It's
Genuinely.
just you've been through a lot. You get back home
Mhm.
and then
Let loose. Yeah. Yeah.
did you chat to like your college or sixth form like staff or anything? Like teachers to help you make a decision or
Yeah.
yeah?
I had one teacher that I consider my favorite teacher because I'll just go to her class afterwards and she'll kind of help. Um, to be fair, when I spoke to her, she kind of just told me to be as broad as possible. So that's kind of the thing that gave me the confidence that I needed to say, you know what, I'm okay if it's just computer science as a whole. Um, so I think yeah, she was like the most supportive, I would say. Not to say the rest wasn't, but she was the most. Yeah.
What about you going through clearing on results day? Did your teachers help you at all?
Um, no, actually, I didn't really speak to anyone like staff wise on results day. I think I spoke to my maths teacher and one of the pastoral care, but it was more so like oh, thank you for like helping me get through this kind of conversation more rather than like, oh, like can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? Because I was kind of I was more like disappointed with my results, and so I kind of didn't want anyone else to see that as well or like see my results. But I kind of how can I say it? I kind of just got with it, and then but at the same time I kind of knew that they couldn't really help me with what to do next because like some options that they previously gave me just weren't like options that I liked, so I just kind of knew that I had to do it by myself.
Okay. A lot of phone calls on the day.
Like to unis, I think I made 3 phone calls. Um, it was I called UCB, BCU, and NTU, which were the 3 choices that I had because I really wanted to move out. Like I wanted to go to the Midlands so bad. I wanted to stay away from my family. And when I called the 2 Birmingham unis and they said that my grades were too low, I was kind of confused because I kind of wasn't expecting that. But then when I called Nottingham and they said, "Oh no, like we accept you and everything," to be fair, like I was, I was probably even happier because, like in the beginning, I was thinking, "Oh, okay, like I've seen stories about Birmingham and things like that." I was thinking, "Oh, it'll be a great place to go," but then, like now that I look back at it, I'm really happy I chose Nottingham instead of Birmingham. Like I actually really enjoy staying in Nottingham. So
So things worked out better in the end.
yeah,
Really?
definitely.
Did it really feel like you'd actually made a choice in the end and that it was your decision, like this is where I'm going?
Yeah, it did. Yeah, like I mean, with the help of my friends, of course. But to be fair, like if I didn't have their help, then I don't know what uni I would have gone to. Like, or if I would have gone to uni at all. So like it was very helpful.
Stressful results day seems to be the consensus here. Um, at what point did it shift from stress to, okay, do you know what? There's an opportunity here. I'm excited. Let's go get it.
I think for me it was my move-in date. I think the whole of the rest of summer was just like I was in anticipation, like, oh my gosh, I still didn't really know what to expect for uni. Like, how am I gonna find the whole experience and stuff like that? But I think after actually moving in and realizing, oh my gosh, wait, like I'm actually in my like university accommodation doing the course I want to do, like in a uni I actually wanted to go to, like it actually worked out in my favor, you know. So I think that's when I kind of like had the time to even reflect, like after moving in and being in my own space, that wow, like it wasn't actually that bad. Like it paid off in the end, and I had a great like support system and a great just opportunity. So just learning to accept that and experience that.
What about you, Tariq?
I think for as long as possible in the summer period, I was trying to forget about everything. I tried to kind of leave the education behind. So that kind of shifted me into a positive mindset because, more so I was around my friends. So because of that, get to just kind of skip over that and not have to really dwell on the dramatic side of thinking about education. So I think that kind of shifted things. And then, of course, when I speak to more of my friends as well, and knowing the fact that they were also going to the same uni as me, I think that kind of helped and said, it's not all bad. So I think that's kind of what helped. I think from there, I think, yeah, that was just more so the positive mindset shift that I kind of had from there. I was kind of happy because at least I know there was people that was going to go with me, because if I was by myself, it just adds to the stress, it just adds to the problem. So at least that.
What about you, Zeph? So you like went through clearing. Was there a switch during that day on results day, or did it like come later on that you were like, okay, I'm cool with this?
Mine came, I'd say like like a week or so after. But like contrary to these guys, I was so excited to go to Nottingham because I kind of knew like the reputation about it, and so I literally started like booking freshers motives with my friend like a few weeks before uni, and I was literally saying like, guys, like we're getting ready to go out like every day for like a week. So for me, like I was so ready to get to uni, like I just couldn't wait at all.
How often do you think back and go, oh, I'm annoyed at my results versus I had a wicked freshers week? Like I remember the parties I went to, the people I met, the studying that I did. Uh-huh.
I think the
100%.
people aspect of it as well. Like even now, obviously, I'm going into like my third year of being at my university, and I'm like, wow, like I'm still here with my friends and the people that I met literally during Freshers Week. So it's like it paid off in the end, and I'm so grateful to have met the people I met, to join the communities that I did, to even like when we would go out and we meet each other's friends and stuff like that, and we still hang out now. So it's like, yeah, like it was worth it in the end.
I think for myself, as soon as I had kind of started uni, I was more so focused on going forward away from what I had been through already. All the stress was kind of somewhat behind me because I had a new challenge basically. So it's like a new type of stress that was coming, which was the degree. That I already knew was going to be a bit difficult to kind of handle, which was going to be a whole lot harder than the A levels itself. So I thought, you know what, just new problems. So we'll just tackle the new problems. So we went from there.
Did you get kind of any advice, or were there any people that kind of helped you change your mindset and tackle that new challenge?
No, nobody really helped. No, families of course, because my siblings as well. So they were most of the ones that kind of gave advice. They were able to kind of somewhat tell me how to kind of navigate through the start. Did I listen? Not really. I kind of went against that. So from the get go, it was a bit of a struggle trying to maintain everything as a whole from the degree. Like from the very first lecture, they were talking about in 3 weeks we got assignments coming, and I didn't even have a notebook yet. So
Keep it all up there.
yeah, it was all memory. So we went from there. Not to say I wasn't recording the lectures on my phone and stuff like that. Still ahead of the curve, stay ahead.
It's a learning experience though,
Yeah.
right? Like we think about uni, like this is the place that you get your degree, you start your career later on, but all of the things that we're talking about, apart from your studying, is all about here are the people I met, here's the experience I had. I never think back at uni and go, loved that lecture, loved that seminar. Like it's always about kind of the people you meet and things like that. I know you're the exception.
Yeah, we want to have different experiences, like yeah, I was just thinking about my cap and gown. That's what I was on. That's where I was, from the get go. Just because I didn't have a notebook didn't mean I wasn't doing the work. I was in them classes till 7 p.m. All that. Someone has to be,
Locking up.
Let me be the example in this podcast.
Someone has to be.
Someone's got to take it there. We had freshers month,
But
freshers
you're
month
so-
soon.
I was so studious. No,
Yeah.
that's not even true.
So then, someone's got to show up.
So I mean, you enjoyed freshers, but like you locked into lectures as well, right?
100%. And I think even like you said, it was just generally like a time to try out new experiences. Like I think even within the first few weeks as well, like I had been like ice skating. I used to roller skate a lot in knots as well. Like generally just like you've left your house. This is the time. Like you have more time than you'll ever have in life. So generally just try new things. I found like so many different societies. I think I was doing baking at one point. I found like a church that I still go to now as well. So it was generally like, wow, like explore, like you actually have the platform to do literally whatever you want and invent yourself and discover who you really want to be, I guess. Yeah. So
Discover yourself, but also kind of find a community. And
yeah.
and for me, and I know a lot of people, uni is where we found that community. And my closest friends now are people that I met at university. I don't know if that's the same for you, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Zeph?
more so. I think for me as well, away from the studying, of course, and more so the people that I met in the class, in my classes, away from that, within the accommodations as well. You know, more so. Yeah, they were still people that I'm still in contact with now, so it helps.
How did you meet your friends in your accommodation? Was it kind of just people that you had a shared flat with, or?
Yeah, it was same floor. Sometimes just because we shared the kind of like the same, like the forum and everything like that just down below. So because we shared those things, it was kind of easy to kind of meet people from there. So I met a lot of people in like just in different courses away from mine as well. My campus is more so like the creative campus, away from just computer science. There was people who were doing music. There was people that doing the arts and different things like that. So and different sciences as well. So it was nice to kind of hear their experiences because we're all stressing just in different ways. Yeah.
How did you find the accommodation, I guess, journey from start? Because you maybe didn't know where you were going to head. So when did you book your accommodation? Was that something you were stressing about?
So for me, um, I already knew that I didn't want to stay on campus for my first year. So I looked at a load of accommodations, but there was one accommodation that stood out for me. It was an IQ accommodation, which was 10 Traffic Street in Nottingham. And so like I was very much set to go there. Like I already paid my deposit and everything. And then I just one day my parents just said no. They just said no, you have to stay on campus for your first year to get to know the city. But the way like Nottingham is, the campus that I'm on is far away from the city. And so I was telling them like, oh, like it makes no sense for me to. I like if you want me to know the city, I should stay in the city. And there was a bit of beef about it, and eventually I just gave up. And then I went to visit the accommodation they wanted me to stay at, and I was so disappointed. I Even Stephanie knows it was something. So and also one of my friends lived in Traffic Street as well because I was meant to stay with like in share the same floor as her, and I went to visit her and I was like, wow, like why was I not here? Like I even told my parents like, why did you guys not let me stay here? But they were like, oh no, you know how it is. Like you can move next year, things like that. And so I guess I kind of got to grips with it. But like looking back at like, I really wish that I just did my own thing at the end of the day.
Yes, it's so we changed the name to Signal Place,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is a gorgeous building. Just to rub it in that you didn't say that. But like brand new, good place to meet people. But your parents just like, no, we want you to stay kind of on campus
Yeah.
in halls instead. Do you know the reason? Or was that just like the
It was
traditional thing to do? Like that's the kind of
the reason was literally just because they want me to stay on campus. There wasn't really much else for them like against my choice. But like, you know, you can't really go against your parents and certain things and so and I guess I looked at the positive where I was saving a lot of money by staying on campus. So I kind of used that. But the next year I stayed in a studio flat in in the city, and I was so happy to stay in like a really nice looking accommodation in my own space and things like that because I had a terrible time in my campus accommodation. Like um some of the people unclean, and so it kind of like in the accommodation GC, like I was kind of constantly sending reminders like, can you please wash your stuff, things like that. And so I started spending more time at like my friends' places rather than at home, just because I kind of knew like at least like with my friends and stuff, you know, that they're gonna be more clean, things like that. I stayed away, like I still was able to get like decent grades and things like that. And so I was kind of happy staying in there. and also I live with my friends. Like they were literally next door to me in our on our floor, and so like if I needed something, I'd just be knocking on the door, or I just start banging on the wall instead. So that was one way for me to get their attention.
Zeph is the people that other people complain about.
Yeah. Basically.
So you wanted to stay somewhere like IQ, or in fact, you wanted to stay at IQ. Ended up staying in halls. You had a similar experience, didn't you?
Yeah, I think for what it's worth, for myself, I think environment definitely helps. Like when the room's ugly, when the room's kind of ugly and doesn't look nice, so it's just the environment itself. It kind of just doesn't help. Like for me, I just spend more time outside of my room studying, libraries, of course, 24/7, 7-Eleven. But because of that, I also stayed outside of my room, either if it was the forum, even if it was the library, or just even classes were kind of available as well, just open as well. So I was in those as well. Cause yeah, just when the place doesn't look nice, like, you know, of course, everyone kind of adds their LED lights in their room and stuff like that. So that kind of makes it a little more stylish and exciting. But other than that, you wouldn't really want to stay somewhere that's not really looking as great. So I kind of tried to avoid it other than when I was sleeping. So,
Fair. And Steph, you are our VIP because you actually did manage to stay at IQ, didn't you?
Did. Yeah, I had a bit of I guess it's semi-interesting journey. I think at first, obviously, I had planned originally to live in Nottingham's main campus. So I can't remember what the IQ was called, but it was an IQ accommodation on there. And it wasn't until like I was about to move in, I realized, oh wait, maybe the commute is not really worth it. So then I moved to halls in Lincoln's main city. And I think for my first year, like it was a really aesthetic accommodation, but it was just way too overpriced and it wasn't worth what I was paying. So literally every single one of my like course mates lived in IQ pavilions. So every single time we'd be going home, it would be like me walking one way and then 20 people walking the other way. Literally.
Just-
It's like, bye guys. So I think for the next year I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna book IQ pavilions and I wanna be part of the gang now, like, you know. And I did that and I've stayed there for the past like 2.5 years now. And yeah, I know it so much. Like, and yeah, no complaints. Like, IQ Pavilions is the place to be, genuinely.
What's good about it? People, rooms.
I think, yeah, it's obviously the rooms are so affordable, and B, like, I think we were speaking about earlier, like, the staff there, like, the security staff, the reception staff, like, they're just so welcoming, and there's genuinely always something going on. Like, even if you go into the reception, there's like a wall that just has all the events that they're gonna have lined up for the next month, and there's always something to do. As well as, obviously, now I live with my friends, so I'm not, having to complain about people being messy or people not doing what they need to do. Like, because it generally makes or breaks your living experience, having to remind people to do basic hygienic things. Yeah, and obviously, like, now I work with IQ as well, so it's just been, yeah, like,
Splendid.
it's been splendid, genuinely. Like, I have
Splendid.
nothing to complain about with IQ. And next year I'm unfortunately moving into a house because I need like a longer tenancy, but I'm just gonna miss it so much. Like, yeah.
Well, you're getting daggers from the two beside
Like,
you
yeah.
when you're talking about your experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, them ones are tough, man.
It's just not easy, like, because you can't choose, I guess, who you go
Yeah.
into when you live in like accommodation halls and stuff. So it's just praying that one clean person, please.
Yeah, that's I don't blame him for his being outside.
Yeah. But yeah, like I would say my last 2 years, generally, like where I lived had such a big impact. Like, it was literally even 2 minutes away from my lecture. So if I really wanted to, I could wake up 5 minutes before and still make it on time,
So happy for you.
just in case. Yeah.
So happy for you. honestly.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
it was lovely, honestly.
splendid, yeah.
I'd recommend, yeah, like,
For sure.
I'd recommend it.
Sure.
What was your journey to class like?
Oh no, my I was on the whole different campus from where I studied at, so it was,
Right.
and the shuttle bus be
So you have
so
to hike,
yeah,
basically.
and the hike is actually long too, to be honest. Sweating, man. Yeah, it was not good. When I missed that bus because I'm late because I woke up, now I'm walking. And because I'm walking, now I'm tired. Can I focus? No, I can't. So
So like, location is like up there
It's
with
such a
everything
big
you
part
want.
of it,
it's very
yeah.
important.
So we say location number one, it seems.
Room sizes and, like, I guess the storage as well, because
Yeah.
like I have like just lots of stuff, like there's just loads of like bits and pieces from all my different hobbies depending on the week. So I think like having the actual space to be who you want, and like we were speaking about before, actually exploring who you want to be and what hobbies you want to do, you need space to do that. So you can't be living in a 4x4 room that and you barely have enough room to like walk.
Legit shoebox.
Yeah, literally.
Shoebox. Only one of my legs could fit in, honestly.
And you had that space?
I had that space.
Great.
It's amazing, isn't it? Wow.
Feel like you might just go back and do another university course just so that you could experience
Yeah, I think
what Steph is talking
I
about.
need that. I think I need that. Honestly, I feel like that would just be life changing. She's smiling all the time. I can't even smile. I see all the 78 with teeth. I can't do the same thing. You know?
I just want to go back a little bit to talk about the process of booking your accommodation in particular, just because it was quite late in the process. So, results day, you find a new place at uni. Do you find it on the day?
Of my results.
Yeah.
No, I found
Okay.
it, I think, just a few days after or something like that. But it wasn't actually a difficult process because there were loads of like I think there were free accommodations on campus. I went for the cheaper option, but even the uni offered like options for private accommodations, which IQ was part of, and so when I looked at that, like a lot of them piqued my interest, like IQ single piece, but it wasn't hard at all. Like it was very much just a quick, simple, like click. This is where I want to stay. For us, we could choose like what halls, but I didn't know that my friend was staying on the same campus, but he stayed in a different block, and so I used to see him all the time, like when we are going to lectures and stuff. But I was thinking, oh, I like could have lived, like next door to him and things like that, rather than like a bit down the road. But like I still like got used to it and things like that.
Nice. How early in the process did you book your accommodation?
Like I said before, because I'd planned everything like way before results day, I booked it like maybe a couple months before even, and I paid my deposit and stuff like that. So obviously after results day, or like after I realized, okay, maybe I shouldn't, like the accommodation's nice but the commute's not worth it, I had to like, I think what I did was, to be fair, I emailed a few people about getting my deposit back and about like the circumstances that had changed, and they were really like, the IQ team, I really can't remember what it wasn't Signal Place, it was another IQ, but they were really understanding about what had happened, and then the process was easy. And even for booking pavilions as well, because I knew that I was going to move in with my friend. Literally, I think we had our laptops open at the same time. You want to book this one? I want to book this one. Let's do it. Boom, and then that was done. Yeah.
As for myself, it was kind of straightforward as well. I think when it came to it, the only reason why I was so ahead is because my family was on me. So they were like, someone's waking me up to tell me to do it if I haven't done it already. So it was like constant pressure and constant like being poked at. Either it was my brother, or my other brother, or my mum, or both of them, or my mum and my dad. Someone's coming to knock the door just to tell me you better like book in and get that accommodation as soon as possible. I just wish I picked the better one, but other than that, the process to it was actually smooth. The deposit, everything like that was very much straightforward for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much of an influence were kind of your family in making that choice, but also actually making the booking and like clicking that book now button for all of you?
For me, like I said before, like they were the reason why I ended up staying on campus, and so I mean, I don't hate them for it, obviously. They like um I kind of wish they did listen to me, and even this a similar thing has happened with my sister. Like she's coming to Nottingham as well, and she's trying to stay at a nice Wacom in the like sort of like in the city that's close to her campus, but my parents want her to stay on campus. But I kind of just told them like, look, like I don't want the same thing to happen to her. Like I want her to have a better experience than I did, and they actually listened to me for once. So like luckily for her, she's actually staying in a alright accom with one of her friends, and so she should be thanking me for that.
She should.
Forever, like
She
just
should.
forever should be
Go on.
thinking.
Are you a little bit gel?
Absolutely.
I'm jealous just
Like,
hearing you.
I've been to one of my friends in my first year stayed at where she's going to stay, and it's a very nice place, and so she's very lucky to be there.
And you have older siblings,
Yeah.
and they also stayed like on campus.
Yeah, better experience than me. 10 times better.
Okay.
To be honest. Yeah, they their accommodations were a lot more suited for them. You know, a lot more larger spacing. One of them had the kitchen inside of there as well. You know, just amazing. You know, I don't know if it was IQ, but if it was, I would believe him. But for myself, of course, I already explained that. But my middle brother, his one was kind of similar to mine, but still a little more better. You know, just because of like the structuring of the room. Like I feel like that's also important as well. Like when you're looking at the images, you can kind of see the structuring of the thing. My one is, yeah, the images were. It looked better in the images. Like it's like it wasn't matching to what I came into. Cause you know when I came in there, I was a bit a bit upset. Kind of dropped my bags on the floor, but it's okay. Yeah, well,
Made it through. Made it through.
I'm here. I'm here.
Here and happy.
Of course.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Did it look like what it was in the pictures?
Yeah, it did. And I think, to be fair, even before I came to uni, like I said, I'm very like, maybe it's, I don't know, to be fair, it's a blessing, like the way I planned. I had a whole like PowerPoint slide of all the accommodations in my city, and I walked my mom through them. I was like, okay, so this is how far it is from campus. This is how much I need to pay. This is how much, the space that they offer and stuff like that. So I think it was just walking through. If anything, my mom was just like, get this guy out of my face, like literally just walking them through. Okay, what I wanted to do, I guess, as opposed to like they chose it for me, like in other situations that we've had. But
So you walked into a room, you were like, "Yep, right."
yeah,
decision.
like this is on my notebook. Like this is part of my notion. Like literally, I've done this already. Like
Manifested it.
genuinely pray for it. Like yeah.
Was was there anything that surprised you about kind of settling into your new room?
I think for me, it was how small my bed was. Like, I'm not exactly the smallest person, and so my bed was like a single bed, but like it was next to a wall, and it was at times like really uncomfortable,
Mm.
and like just the way the room was set out as well, and also I didn't like have a proper shower. I had like a wet floor as well, and there were times like my bathroom would just be flooded.
I feel like we was in the same building. Right? I feel like
Did you actually share a room together?
Possibly.
Crazy, man.
It was like at times actual hell. Like it was so bad. Like I think one time Stephanie even came, and one of my friends came, and like it was so impossible for all of us to share like the room. Like two of us had to sleep on the floor and things like that. It was just it was such a bad experience. But like
Did you get the bed?
Like yeah, I got the
Well
bed.
done.
You got the bed, yeah.
I got the floor. But yeah, like you got through it at the end of the day. So yeah.
Yeah, like showering there, you had to like pack a bag. You had to pack 3 towels in case of the water. Like, nah.
You were judging hard.
Like genuinely, like I'm not visiting often. Like,
Yeah. I think she only visited me once actually.
You're like, this is gonna be my first and my last time. Yeah,
definitely.
thank you very much.
Like we can meet up elsewhere, but as for that,
Anything else that surprised you? Anything that surprised you? You said that it looked like what you expected, but was there anything that was better than you thought it would be?
to be fair, I would say like the social aspect of it, like the games rooms and all the social spaces, and like I said, like the events. Like I didn't realize that they don't have to plan all these stuff for you, but they're just doing it, and you can actually enjoy yourself outside of just like your room. I think that one thing that surprised me, like for the worst, was that like everybody's come not say and like everyone's coming from a different place, so you can't expect people to treat places how you would treat places just because we're all coming to the same place. Like when people were leaving stuff and it would be going moldy. Like I remember once, like when my flatmates opened like a cupboard and there was maggots inside, and like my body, I was just like, I don't know what's going on here. Like I've never experienced this before. I remember I saw a rat for the first time at uni. I was like, whoa, like I've never been here before, and I don't plan to stay generally. So just also like having to be, I guess, yeah, understanding of the fact that like people are coming from different places. Like some people's parents may not have even taught them how to cook or taught them how to tidy up after themselves to the way I was. So it's just like, yeah, like being a bit more understanding and not being quick to like point the finger or shout or like complain, and just sometimes take time, sometimes just breathe, but sometimes just give people like a day or two to acclimatize and actually get used to their environments as well. Yeah, that was an experience.
If you could go back and speak to your results day self, what are you telling them?
You got this. Yeah, I think because I was so stressed out, it's like you don't really think about that good outcome that can come out of it. You're constantly kind of in your head thinking about the bad thing or the negative. But I would say, yeah, you got this. Like it's okay. Like whatever's happened is okay. Like there is good that can come out of this, regardless of the options that you pick. And I think that's the good thing about like kind of um how would I say kind of thinking like not just ahead, but kind of having like a wide scope of like she said, like having different plans and stuff like that, like the planning and the plan A, part 2, 3, 4, instead that you said. So all of that stuff, I think is good to have that, because at least then it's like if this doesn't work out, even though this is what I want, at least there's still this that could happen as well. Because to be fair, you never know actually what you want. Like you could have got the results that you wanted and still said, you know what, I did want A, but C sounds better all of a sudden, you know? So I think that's kind of the good thing about kind of, just kind of planning ahead or looking at it from a like wider lens, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Like clearing isn't just about not getting results and then having to go with a different plan. Actually, you could get the results that you wanted or get into the uni that you want and end up thinking, oh, maybe I actually want to do something else. I mean, there's a long time to wait in between results and sorry, exams and then getting your results, that who knows what you might want to do, but there is the option there to do something else, isn't there?
Yeah, I think first is obviously like things are gonna work out in your favor. You know that there's actually a plan for you, and that you're gonna meet the people that you're gonna meet. You're gonna even find a church that you're gonna end up staying with and stuff like that. And I think I would also just tell her to get ready. Like I think nothing even prepares you for when you come into university. It's not just okay, I'm coming to study and leave, but there's people you'll meet, there's things you'll experience, there's so many things that happen as part of the uni experience that I think you also need to prepare yourself for living independently. So I think I would have told it like, yo, you've got this. Good luck. Keep praying. Just stand strong because you're gonna get through. And yeah, I think to be fair, after every single year that I finished in university, I come out learning something new. I come out being like, okay, this is what happened this year. This is what I enjoyed. This is what I didn't enjoy. How can we improve for next year? So yeah, like you're gonna get through this. It's not that deep at the end of the day.
It's not deep.
It's not that deep.
Take
Like,
away for the day, it's not that deep.
some things are just not that deep.
It'll
It's
work
fake,
out.
it's fake stress. So don't even bother. Really.
First time living outside of home, I guess, for
Yeah.
you. And
Yeah.
did that kind of add extra level of stress? Or, I mean, you couldn't wait to get away because
Oh yeah, I
It was
absolutely
itching.
just couldn't wait. But there were times that like I was a bit homesick. Like I used to call and check in like regularly in my first like sort of year or so. I'd be going home either just because I wanted to, or like for hospital appointments. So like I would be seeing my family like kind of regularly. But like after a while, I sort of kind of got used to like, okay, I'm here by myself. And then like I sort of got into like the independent lifestyle, and like, you have to go shopping, you have to cook for yourself, all of this, like, and I kind of like it, to be fair. Like when I come home, sometimes I'll be having arguments with my mom and my siblings, like, oh, like, you have to wash the dishes and those kind of things. But I get it done like by myself when I'm at uni. So my mom was always just getting on to me like, oh, like you can do it at uni, but why don't you do it at home? But like I'm just like, you know how it is, like
need a break.
yeah. But no, I kind of feel like that whole like lifestyle of being by yourself at uni, like I think it's kind of important as well. Like it's a good thing to live by yourself and like really be in your own space as well. So
Learn that independence.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's a big growing opportunity, isn't it?
yeah.
And if you could talk to your results day self, what would you say?
I don't know actually. It's probably similar to what Tariq and Steph said. Like I'd probably just tell myself like, just don't worry. Like things aren't gonna go as badly as you think they're gonna go, and you're probably gonna like enjoy yourself more than you think. Not just in
Not just in Freshers Month.
not just the freshest month, but
Hunters.
like even like with your education and just being in that environment at uni and in that city, like you'll have like a nice and relaxed time. So
Sum up results day in one word.
It was alright.
Alright.
It's just like it's alright. We got there. We got there. We got past this. So it was alright. We made it. We did it. We done it. So I can at least say that it was okay. Could have been better, but just as a 6 out of 10. We'll be
That's
six.
not one
6 out of 10.
word. That's
Go
not
to-
one
go-
word.
Go to the next question.
500. Steph, one word.
Can I use 3?
Go
My
for it.
favorite. Just expect the unexpected. Yeah, that's my phrase.
Don't criticize me and go ahead and say
Yeah,
3
but
words.
3 is better than 2.
We're working our way. Maybe we'll finally get to
Oh,
one
then
word.
you gonna do the one.
Seth.
Okay, for everyone, I'll try one word. I'll say there's not really a word. I can't really describe results day. Like, it's just such a. Actually, I know the word. I'd say unique.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
it's very like
That's a good
unique.
answer. Go with
Like,
that.
not just actually, yeah, it is very unique experience for everyone. Like, no one can say they had the same results day as someone else, and so I think that's the perfect way to describe it.
I love that. I love that word. That's the one. I wish I
You
came
wish
up
you
with
used
that.
to,
Yeah,
maybe.
that's a
We
good
we
one.
got your essay instead.
Yeah.
Next time.
You're welcome.
Any top tips for de-stressing ahead of results day? Especially kind of if you were to talk to a student that's about to get their results, what would you say to them?
Go on holiday. Because I did go on holiday. I went to Paris. It was my first time abroad in like so many years. And I went to Paris for 5 days with my friends before results day. Literally 2 days later, we came back, we all opened our results. But I feel like that period before, it kind of made us forget that, oh wow, like we're actually about to, rip up a paper that's going to change our lives. But like, it was such a nice de-stressor to have. So that's my advice.
Yeah, just go on holiday. Just do it.
I wish I had the money to go on holiday. But yeah.
What would your tip be?
I think for me, the tip would probably be just being around people like your friends. I think that just really helps. It kind of adds to what he was saying as well. It's just being around people that are also kind of going having the same experience as you, and then all of you just get to forget about it together. I think that just kind of helps. So because we're just constantly doing other things, whether it's just going out, whether it's a sport, whatever it was, it's like that just helped, like keep a healthy mindset just away from that. Yeah.
And then Steph, what's
It
your
was,
tip?
I think personally for me, what helps me, obviously I'm a Christian, so it's more so thinking that like there's a plan out there for you and that everything is generally just not in your hands. So we let go. Like I think people sometimes get so hyper fixated and needing some control. Like I know I said I was type A, but literally just trusting God and like
Trust God.
you don't need to like manage every single aspect of your life because there's generally like there's a plan for you, A, and there's bigger things than you in the world, you know what I mean? So just why spend time focusing on something that's going to be as small as results day in 10 years when there's a grander picture, grander scheme of things.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bigger things than you, but bigger things than results
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
It is a really important part for kind of
The
our lives,
now,
our
yeah.
careers, and in the moment. But as we said, like when you think back at your university experience, do you think about results day or do you think about everything else that
Everything
comes
you learn
after
from
it?
that, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we've kind of spoken about results day. Stress seemed to be the initial reaction of results day. And then actually everything after that seemed to fall into place,
Yeah.
work out. Maybe not as expected, but worked out really well for us. You finished uni?
Yeah. Now a network engineer. So it worked out. It worked out. So I can now tell myself, yes,
Well done.
clap it up. Yes. Yeah. I think I can say I'm very much happy about that. Like from all the stress and all the things I had been through to get here. To be fair, I didn't know where I was going to go. To be honest, I didn't know what job I was going to have. All I knew is applying for 500 jobs on Indeed got me right here. To network engineer. So I can say I'm very much proud of that. Because if I had the past self, my past self would not be able to see this coming. Engineer who? I don't know. So
What about you, Steph?
Obviously, like medicine's a long degree, so I'm halfway through. And yeah, I'm just excited to see where the rest of my degree takes me, what my campus is even going to look like in these next 3 years. And yeah,
But best decision you made?
best decision I made. Yeah, definitely.
Zeph, finishing off with you.
Yeah, I'm going into my 3rd year as well, and I just can't wait to graduate. To be honest, hopefully I get the a first class. Obviously, you would
Visit.
to but then I really need to get into like a pretty good like computing or data job, like something like that, and I'm just praying that it gets like that. But yeah, I'm very happy with the choice that I've made, and to be fair, like I'd probably say that I'm proud of myself for what I've been through and just being here. So yeah. very happy.
Okay, so to sum up, be like Zeph and have a freshers month.
Because it'll work out like.
Work out. Be like Tariq and study hard 24/7,
Lock in.
and be like Steph and choose like you.
Basically.
Seems to be the answer. Join me for the next episode, and we will talk a little bit more about the IQ experience in general, and how you can kind of settle in and have your best year yet.